Thank you for joining me, Ronald Spence, on Canvassing and Camilla. Each week we will begin to highlight those churches, special events, whether they be church anniversary, revivals, choir anniversary, concerts, or what have you. If you would like to be featured, please inbox me on Facebook or give me a telephone call, and I will be glad to interview you of your special event. Welcome today to Canvassing Camilla with Ronald Spence. I have the pleasure of having today LaWanna Smith, who will be the Women's Day speaker at the Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, which is located at 3370 Highway 97 in Camilla, Georgia. The program will begin at 11 a.m. Ms. Martin, again, glad to have you here today with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, just tell us briefly, what is your salvation story?
Well, that could take most of the time, Ronald, but I'll try to keep it brief. I have been a member of the Antioch Missionary Baptist Church all my life. Joined that church when I was 4 years old. Wanted to join when I was 3, but my mom told me to sit down, so the next year I didn't ask her. I just walked on myself. I have been active, and God has been moving in my life ever since then. But I truly grew into the Lord, I would say, in my early 20s. Being a single mom, trying to raise a daughter on my own, had a lot of support, but still needed a lot of prayer. So God has really moved in my life and made me a stronger person over the years.
Okay, that's good. Tell me your relationship with the Lord.
I have a strong relationship with God. I've been through so much. People look at me, as you say, you don't know my story. But because of a lot of things that I have encountered and endured in my life, God has strengthened me, and He has given me the insight to want to be a true soldier on the battlefield.
Okay. What role does prayer play in your life?
Prayer is essential. I'm a school teacher, and I tell everyone that I cannot make a single day with having a talk with the Lord, not only before I get to that school with those children, but during the day. And when I get home in the afternoon, prayer keeps me going. Prayer is my inner strength. I tell people, I teach Sunday school, and I tell them all the time, that's my hookup with the Lord. That's my time to have that conversation, that time with Him.
Okay. With this being Women's Day, and I know you have been preparing your speech for the people on Sunday, tell us what have you been learning from the Word lately?
One thing I could truly say it is that you need to hold on, never give up, keep trusting God. He is awesome. And we have to realize in this day and time, with the way things are in this world, that He doesn't act in our time, but we have to be patient and wait on Him. Okay.
And you mentioned that you're a school teacher and that you've been a member of Antioch Baptist Church for many years now. Tell us, what have you been praying about lately?
Oh, God, asking God to move in my life in a mighty way. I really, in the last couple of years with my job and career, I went through some things. I taught in Mitchell County for 18 years, and I said, because God saw fit for me to leave, I moved on to another county. But I recently graduated from Valdosta State with my specialist, and so now I'm ready for God to bless me in a way to take all those things that He has allowed me to obtain and use them to help our children.
Okay. Do you have some practical advice concerning a woman's day-to-day life?
Stay prayed up. Keep your eyes to the hill which cometh all your help. All your help come from the Lord. Always trust in Him and just abide with Him, because He won't lead you wrong.
Okay. What are some of the things that you would be telling the women on Sunday?
I don't want to give you my theme yet, but let's just say I'm going to tell them, you need to can't be a part-time Christian.
Okay.
You got to go. If you don't, you can't be lukewarm. You can't be part-time. You either got to go all the way, or you need to leave it alone.
Okay. And I know that you are also a songster. So tell us, what is your favorite hymn?
My favorite hymn would be I got so many. I would say Amazing Grace would probably be one. Would be my favorite. Yeah, Amazing Grace.
Okay. And I know you have been studying the Word probably for these past weeks or months of preparing for Sunday. So tell us, what is your favorite verse of the Bible?
The 23rd Psalm.
Okay.
I always want to remind myself that the Lord is my shepherd. And I love that part in there where it says that He will prepare a table before my enemies. That lets me know that He's going to take care of me. Okay. I don't have to worry about anything because He's always going to be there.
Okay. Do you have a hero?
My mother.
That's your mother?
That's my mama. My mama is my hero.
All right.
And my role model.
Okay. And I think you are following the path that she had because she was also a teacher, right?
Yes, she was.
And she taught for about how many years?
39 years. She was a teacher, and for 10, she's worked as a long-term substitute. Okay. So about 49 years altogether.
Okay. So what is your favorite book, or what is your favorite book of the Bible? Either one.
My favorite book in the Bible would be Psalms. I love the Psalms. I love the prayers and the songs because I'm a songstress, as you say. I love the Psalms. But outside the Bible, I would say I love a lot of stuff that Bishop Jakes has written. I read a lot of his books. They help me. They're very inspirational. Okay.
Have you ever endured a personal tragedy?
Yes, Ronald, I have. As you know, about 5 years, will be 5 years in June. I lost my husband, 15 years. But God is so good. The day that Eric died, I thought that it was all over. I didn't see myself overcoming it. But prayer, having strong prayer partners, and having a strong faith in God, I have overcome the pain that I endured. I've overcome the tragedy, as you would say, to see it as knowing that it was God's plan, and that He's still with me, and I don't have to be lonely, and I don't have to be sad. God has given me an inner joy and an inner peace.
What scripture helped you during that tragedy?
The 23rd Psalm, because the Lord is my shepherd, and knowing that He was there to comfort me through it all. Okay. Even when I couldn't see my own way, He was still right there.
If you could rewind anything in your life, is there anything that you would change?
I don't think I would change anything, because I feel my belief is that God lays a path. And the path that you follow it for a reason. And I feel like if I went back and changed anything, I would not be where I am. So no, I wouldn't change a thing.
Okay. Mm-hmm. With this being Women's Day, what are some of the ways a woman can bless her local church and help it to thrive?
Oh, a woman can bless a church by being active in the church, by being a strong leader in God's house, doing what the Word tells us to do, to bless it by paying your tithes, bless it by using your talents to uplift the name of Jesus. We're to go out in the vineyard and bring souls to Christ. So by working and praying, we do that. So that can uplift your church in so many ways.
Okay. What are some practical ways that a woman can build her home?
Studying God's Word.
Okay.
And praying.
Okay. Tell us, what would you like as a child?
Oh, I was one of those children that was active. But I stayed in church. I was always in church. I was brought up in the church. My mom and dad was very active members of Antioch, and they kept me in Antioch.
Again, we're here today with LaWanna Smith, who will be the Women's Day speaker on this Sunday, May 27th at 11 a.m. at the Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, located at 3370 Highway 97 in Camilla, Georgia. And the pastor is Reverend
James A. Bradshaw.
Hello, everyone. This weekend will be the 50th class reunion of the class of 1968 Camilla Consolidated High School class reunion. Today we have with us Ms. Glenda Vitz-Givens and also Alonzo Mormon, who are both members of the class of 1968. Welcome today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, either one of you can tell us the activities that you all have planned for this week.
Yes, Friday night we'll have a meet and greet for our class. Saturday night we will have the luncheon, and on Sunday we will have a memorial service, and all these services will be at the Camilla Depot.
Okay. With this being your 50th class reunion, what are some of the cities that your classmates will be coming from?
Some of the cities I have heard or I know of class members will be coming from, or, here from Camilla. We have people from Michigan and myself. I understand there are people from Florida, North Carolina. Is there any other cities that you're aware of, Alonzo?
Yeah, basically a lot of cities within the state of Georgia. And those are some of the places that some of our classmates are coming from.
Yeah, I think Miami is included in there also, right?
Yeah,
in Florida.
yes.
Okay. Are there any special segments that will be going on during the reunion?
Yes. Special segment I just mentioned, the Friday night. We also have a time that the class will be taking, the class of 68 will be taking photos in front of the old CCS high school.
Wow.
That will be Saturday morning. The class will gather there to take some photo shots.
Okay. About how many do you all think will be in attendance?
Right now, approximately there are about 45 members within the class who will participate in this reunion.
Okay. It's been 50 years now. So, to both of you, what have you all been up to since the 1968 graduation?
Well, for me, I've been away and I worked for 26 years for the Detroit Police Department. I retired in 2004. And since then, I just have been enjoying myself and enjoying my family and just doing things that a young lady should do.
And you, Alonzo?
Well, I retired in 2009, to be exact, from Georgia Power. Since then, I've been enjoying life and taking care of myself.
Yes.
I've heard that there were many things that went on during the class of 1968. I mean, some great things, some embarking things. Okay, what are some of your vivid memories during those years?
I can remember when I started to school. I think Miss Whitehead was my teacher, my first grade teacher. I remember walking into the classroom. And, it was just something, like, wow, all these kids here. Then I remember Miss Rosemary Clark. She took me under her wings as her little daughter. And I was third grade. I think it was third grade or something like that. She invited me to spend the summer with her at when we got out of school. I stayed the summer with her. Well, not the whole summer, but a couple of weeks with her. It was very enjoyable. Then I remember the high school band. And those are some good days. All right, Alonzo?
Yes.
Anything you remember back?
Yes, I can recall the band was selected to play for the state high school championship in Thomasville, between Douglas High and Spade High. Never forget that. We was selected by all the bands. They didn't even select their own band to perform the halftime show. We performed for it. And what a tremendous performance we put on for the folks who were there to witness this historical event that happened to the band.
Yes.
Do you all remember your senior class trip?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Where was it?
Washington,
D.C.
April 4th, 1968. You know what happened then?
What was it?
Assassination of Martin Luther King.
That happened while you all was on your senior class trip?
In Washington, D.C. Sad time.
Okay.
Yes. I remember the rioting. You remember that?
Yes, coming back to the new Dunbar Hotel,
Yes.
which
yes.
after we left, burnt to the ground.
Yes. And I remember we had to get out of there that night.
Yep, that Saturday night we had to get out
Yes, we were just getting there and had to get out.
Okay.
by cab.
Yes.
The buses had to wait in
Yes.
at a neutral spot to bring us back to Camilla.
Yes.
So,
Yes, they couldn't come down in that area.
Glenda, you mentioned that on your senior class trip that you all were told of the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King. Tell us exactly what kind of feelings you all have and what did you all do after that?
Well, the field was very, it was tremendous that, we had lost a very outstanding person, an outstanding man. But down through the years, when I became a police officer, anytime that Coretta Scott King came to visit Detroit during those times, I was her bodyguard. And I really enjoyed that. She was such a sweet lady.
Okay.
Sweet lady.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure that was a great experience for you.
Yes, yes. I have a couple of pictures. I should have brought them with me.
What teachers or professors influenced your life and made a lasting impression?
you
I
go
would,
first?
I would say Miss Catchins, Miss D.B. Catchins, Miss Vicks. There were so many of them. There were
Okay.
just so many. It was just, and Miss Clark, because I really love Miss Clark.
Are there any surviving teachers now?
Yes, there are Miss Mills, Miss Vicks. How about Miss Hicks?
Is Miss Hicks? I don't know.
No, I don't think. But I know those two, Miss Mills.
Miss Hicks
and
is still here.
Yeah,
She's still here.
Miss Hicks.
Mhm.
Those are two because they taught us math and history. I should never forget.
Will any be attending the reunion this weekend?
We're hoping they are. I think the invitation has been sent out to those teachers that are still alive that can attend.
Okay. Tell everybody what kind of good time y'all gonna be having this weekend.
A tremendous time, a glorious time, meeting of classmates that some of us haven't seen in 50 years.
Okay. Again, I thank you all for joining us on today, telling us about your 50th class reunion. I'm sure y'all gonna have a glorious good time all 3 days?
3 days.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I know y'all gonna have some good food.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Y'all gonna be doing some good old dancing.
Yes.
The wobble.
Y'all be doing the wobble. Will y'all be bringing some of the dances that y'all did back then?
Of course.
Oh yeah, foxtrot and all of them.
Yeah.
You think y'all gonna still have the same moves
I
or
don't
what?
think so.
Okay,
A little bit slower,
but
but
y'all gonna give it a try.
give it a
We'll
try.
try.
Okay.
We'll try.
Okay. Again, we thank you all for joining us on today and talking to Glenda and Alonzo about their 50th class reunion for the class of 1968 of Camilla Consolidated High School.
Okay.
Again, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. We have a great event that will be going on this weekend, which will be the Voices of Love Annual Spring Concert. It will be held this Sunday at 6 p.m. at the Open Door Church of Praise, which is located at 7828 U.S. Highway 19 in Camilla, Georgia, where Dr. Gerard Thomas is the pastor. I had the pleasure of having Miss Bonita White here with us on today, and she will be telling us about their annual spring concert. Okay, take us back to the beginning and how did this all start?
Well, back in the church was formed in 1979, and we had our first concert at the elementary school, the old Walker Inman School, the old CCS school. Our first concert was held there, and we were at that time meeting as a church at the recreation center. So that's where it started at. And Ronald was our musician and played all the songs without the accompaniment of drums and guitars and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember.
And played them 40 songs.
Yeah, I remember. I remember quite vividly.
And so it evolved it evolved into adding on the other instruments. And not only that, from my recollection, we never had invited guests when you were our lead or our music director. We never, it was never us and somebody else singing. It was always featuring what our choir had learned over the year, what we were doing in ministry. It was our time to shine, if you would, but to also show our growth. Because if you, as a musician, don't grow, ministry to the church should be a part of growth, spiritual growth as well.
Do you all have a theme for this year's concert?
Always. And this year is grace.
Grace.
Grace. Unmerited favor.
Okay, Miss White, just tell us exactly what type songs will you all be ministering on this Sunday at the concert?
The Voices of Love minister contemporary songs. Most of our songs are contemporary. Some traditional this time. We will add a couple of traditional songs, but most of the time ours are contemporary.
Approximately how many people is comprised in the choir?
20.
Okay.
There are 20 members. Yes, 20 members.
Okay, what artist songs will be featured at the concert on Sunday?
Well, I can name a few. I know we're doing something by Hezekiah. We're doing something by Chester D.T. Baldwin. We're doing, I don't know who all.
But you all have
we have about 16 songs.
Okay.
Yeah, about 16 songs. We do 2 halves. We always do a first half, have an intermission, and do a second half. And so, yes. But this tradition of first and second halves, let me say, started back in 39 years ago. We'll be celebrating our 39th choir anniversary. Started with yours truly, Ronald Spence. As a matter of fact, we would do 2 concerts a year, and most of the time we would do 20 songs, sometime more than that. And so we have kept that up.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Are there any particular artists that would be featured during this concert?
Yes, we have invited guests. I don't know if you would call him an artist, but we do. He's local. It is Quentin Spivey and the MFCC choir.
How long have you all been preparing for the concert?
Well, Jessica usually starts right after we have our annual concert to pick up songs that are being sang and getting a lot of traction. But for the choir, we start in March.
Okay. Would it be a live band?
Yes. It's always a live band.
Okay.
Always a live band, even when you were doing it.
All right. So I'm imagining that y'all have piano, probably keyboard, organ, bass, lead, drums, and all.
All of that.
Okay. All right.
Come with your shouting shoes on.
Because y'all gonna have a good time, huh?
Yes, always. Always.
What should we look for at the concert?
Look to be ministered to in song, because praise is what we do. It is in our name.
Again, we invite you all to go and visit with Minister Bonita White and the Open Door Church of Praise as the Voices of Love present their annual spring concert, which will be this Sunday at 6 p.m. The church is located at 7828 U.S. Highway 19 North in Camilla, Georgia, where Dr. Gerard Thomas is the pastor. Again, thank you, Mr. White, for being with us on today, and we hope that you all will join them in this special event.
Thank you, Brother Ronald, for the invite and for canvassing Camilla.
Thank you.